This lesson is all about shapes. I'm going to show you how to draw various basic shapes, and I'm also going to show you how to change their stroke and their fill colour, and I'm also going to show you how to draw a line. So to get started, let's first create a rectangle. The best way to do this is to use the Shape tool. If you go over to your Tools panel, you will see a shape that looks like a rectangle. If you don't see this, right-click on it, and then you will see your tool selected here. You can also press U on your keyboard for short. When you've selected that, go across to your canvas and click anywhere you like, but don't let go of your mouse. Drag your mouse across in the direction you want your shape to appear, and when you're happy with the size, then let go and you will have your shape. If, for example, you want to create an accurate square, then hold down the Shift key, and whilst holding the Shift key, follow the same method as above. You can see that holding the Shift key keeps the proportions and you will create a perfect square. Now, did you notice that over on our right hand side in our layers panel, we have both of our shapes now in one layer, which means that when you use your Move tool, both shapes are connected. So I would recommend every time that you want to create a new shape, first of all, make a new layer. I'm going to just do that again, create another rectangle. And here we have our new shape on our new layer. So this means it's separated from the other pieces. Okay, so I'm just going to delete those. Now I'm going to create an oval. If you go back to your Shape tool and then right click, go down to your Ellipse tool, and you can easily just create an ellipse here, like so. But if you want to create a perfect circle, first then create a new layer, and hold down the Shift key. Whilst doing that, hold it down, and you will have a perfect circle. Now I'm going to show you how to change the colour. So perhaps we will work just on this circle. So I'll delete this one. Okay, so make sure that you are still selected on your Shape tool, and at the top you will see Shape Options. So first of all, we have Fill. When you select on this, you can see all your colours previewed here, and you can simply click on them and it will change the colour of your shape. Up here we have various options. So for example, this first one here has a red line through it. If you click on this, it basically means no fill or no colour, so your shape will be transparent. This one means that your shape will be filled with colour. And the next one will give it a gradient. So I'm going to stick with the fill colour, and I will choose maybe this taupe kind of colour. Next, if we go along, we can see that our stroke, when you click on that, we have no stroke. So if we want to have a stroke appear, I'm going to select this one. And now you can see that we have a border around our shape. But it's not very obvious, so I want to make it a little thicker. Use this drop-down menu and then you can move the slider to get your border thicker or thinner. Now perhaps we want a different effect for our border, and this gives us some stroke options. So here you can create a dotted line. I will leave it as so. Next, I'm going to create a triangle. So I will go over to my layers panel and just delete that. For my triangle, I'm going to right click, and here you'll see Polygon tool. Now at the top, by default, you might have 6 sides already typed in here. And as you draw, you will create a 6-sided shape. You can then go back and change to any sided shape that you would like. So to create a triangle, you need to put 3, hit enter. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and again pull my cursor down and I will create perfect triangles. Okay, so delete those. Another option we have, if we go back into our Shape tool and right click, we have a custom shape tool. Click on that, and at the top you will see that Photoshop has pre-installed some shapes for you. So you have banners and flags, all different things. So these are great to use as well. So simply click on one. Again, I would hold down the Shift key just to keep proportions, and then you can draw out your shape. And then you can go back and edit the fill and the stroke, etc. like before. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to draw a line. There is an option for drawing a line in the Shape tool panel. However, I prefer using the pen tool because you have a lot more accuracy over it. So select the pen tool. It looks a bit like a calligraphy nib. If you right click on it, you'll see it says pen tool here, and you can hit P on your keyboard for short. Move your pen tool onto your canvas and click once, then hold down the shift key and click again on your keyboard. This will create a perfect line. Now at the moment our line is not showing, so we want to make sure that our fill is coloured, and I'm going to just, in fact I'll change the colour to a blue colour. And then we also want our stroke to be the same colour as well. And now you can see this is our line that has appeared. I want to make it maybe a bit thicker. And I can also change it to something like a dotted line. Now perhaps I want to make the line a little bit smaller or a little bit longer. To do that, go over to your Move tool, make sure that's selected, otherwise this won't work. Hit Ctrl or Command T on your keyboard, and your transform box will appear around your shape. And we can simply hold down our shift key and we can move our line further in or further out. And we can also use the directional arrow keys to rotate your line. If you hold down the shift key, you will get 15-degree angles. Once you're done, hit the tick at the top. So these are how I create basic shapes on Photoshop. So I would recommend creating a blank canvas, making some shapes within Photoshop, and just changing the colour, changing the stroke, and just getting familiar with how to create a shape. I'd also do the same for drawing a line. We will be using these techniques later on in our projects video, so it's a good idea to get some practice now.